네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘은 오픈렛저 팀과 함께 처음으로 오프라인에서 AMA 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 오늘은 준비된 질문에 대하여 오픈렛저 팀의 파운더 램과 함께 하겠습니다. 자, 그렇다면 먼저 첫 번째 질문입니다. 저희가 오픈렛저 팀에 대해서 조금 알아본 결과 백그라운드가 있는 것 같은데 기존에 어떤 비즈니스를 했는지 궁금합니다.
Yeah, so we've been in the space for quite some time, almost from 2017. We got in the space because we got paid in Bitcoin, right? So it was always fascinating to see the technology behind that. From 2017 till now, we've been building various stuff in blockchain and machine learning as well. We used to run about a $40 million plus ARR company. The firm is still there. We have our founding team along with us, which is managing that. We're part of the board. But OpenLedger was an R&D project based out of that particular firm, right? We had an opportunity to work with a lot of enterprises. Some of these enterprises that we worked with were Walmart, we had worked with GSK, Sony, Viacom, and many more brands as well. And we implemented a lot of blockchain-based solutions for them. What really got us into AI and what really got us into building OpenLedger was the idea behind how we can build this as a product, right? Not just an R&D or a services, how this can be a product that can be given to people across the globe, how this can be productized was the overall idea. And this idea started as more as an incubation internally about a year and a half back. And we wanted to build in the space, as I told you, around crypto AI, and also see how we can bring in our value into this, right? Because we've been in the space for some time, we've learned about what really matters in terms of tech. And one thing that we really saw is that data was not taken much seriously in the Web3 space, because we wanted to bring in data on chain and we wanted to build around the concept of data, and not many people were looking at data much seriously to be being brought on chain, right? Because you already have like transactions and users on chain. That kind of like made us think more about this and saw that data and models have been a bigger importance in the AI space, right? There are three major components to AI, right? One is compute, data, and then models. So decided to see how we can build a product around that, how we can build like a purpose-built blockchain for this, and that was the overall origination of OpenLedger, I would say. We wanted to build for the AI space, also bring in crypto-based elements into that, and that started about a year and a half back, and that's how OpenLedger was born, and that's the background. Yeah.
자, 좋습니다. 첫 번째 답변 잘 들었고요. 이제 두 번째 오픈렛저 팀에 대해서 조금 이제 소개를 해주셨었는데 이제 과연 그럼 오픈렛저는 어떤 건지 좀 구독자들에게 편하게 알려주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
Yeah, so OpenLedger is a blockchain network for AI. It's a layer 2 purpose built for AI. We want to make sure that anyone who's looking to build a model, especially let's say a specialized models which are used for a particular purpose, they have a streamlined process and an end-to-end pipeline to enable model development to be much more easier, right? And as I was talking to you about, in AI there are three major components: compute, data, and models. We want to focus on the data and model side. And if someone wants to build a model, or let's say a specialized model itself, the biggest component over there is data, right? So they need to have an end-to-end product that can first let them collect data sets, streamline these data sets. So OpenLedger first lets you go ahead and have a platform on which you can start collecting data sets for various models that you would like to build. Maybe I can give you an example. For example, if someone wants to build a model around Solidity programming language and they need data sets for that, they can basically on OpenLedger blockchain start a contract and define what kind of data sets has to be collected, and users can go ahead and contribute data sets to this contract. And as they contribute these data sets, anyone who can get access to that, any model builder who can get access to that, is basically going to use that data sets and then fine tune and build an AI model with that. Think of it to be very simple, like how for us as humans, we are all specialized or we are all capable of doing something which is of our interest or capability. We need to be fed with that knowledge, right? For example, if I want to become a lawyer, I need to learn about legal, right? If I want to become an engineer, I need to learn about engineering. So everyone goes into a specialization. Specialization is what makes us excel in that particular sector. So OpenLedger is a blockchain network that enables data contributors to come together and build AI models which are specialized to a particular sector. So for them to build these specialized models, any model developer, AI developer, if he wants to create a specialized AI, he needs the knowledge for that. He needs the data for that, which is specialized, which is from humans, which is from individual people, or it could be from a company, right? So OpenLedger provides you a blockchain, an end-to-end infrastructure on which users can contribute these specialized data sets, basically knowledge, and model builders can use these knowledge or data sets to build models on top of that, right? And then we let these models be consumed or used by users, agents, or apps. And as they use them, based on the revenue that these models make, we provide a contract layer on which you can reward back the data contributors for the data that they provided. So we have a data contribution layer, a model layer, and then an attribution layer which rewards the data contributors. Our blockchain provides the end-to-end solution for an AI model to be built. That's why it's a layer 2 blockchain purpose-built for AI.
네, 감사합니다. 답변 잘 들었었고요. 자, 그리고 세 번째 질문입니다. 이제 오픈레저 체인만의 특별한 점이 있다면 무엇인지 궁금합니다.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, right, it's purpose-built for people to use and build models, specialized AI models specifically. If you take a look at a larger language model, DeepSeek, OpenAI, or Llama models, all these models are trained on internet data, right? Data that you can find on internet, right? Data of yourself on a social media platform, data that people have blogged about, YouTube videos and stuff like that, right? These models are predominantly trained on these generic data because that is easily available and accessible as well. But for AI to evolve more than that, right? One single larger language model is not so useful. Larger language models will give you context, but you need a specialized models which are purpose-built for a particular solution to be built as well. Like for example, if you take a look at Korea, right? Why people come to Korea? Because let's say someone wants to come here for cosmetic surgery because it's known for that. People are flying from across the globe. I've seen that, right? I've recently observed in the last 2 weeks I'm here that people fly from across the globe to just get done with some cosmetic surgeries, right? Because the country or the people here, the doctors are specialized for that. Very similarly, we always go for the specialist for us to have a cure or for us to get a solution. So you need to make sure that you can provide an on-ramp and an off-ramp for people to use a platform to bring in data sets, bring in contributions to build specialized model. And specialized models are needed for apps and services that you might need where AI can be used, right? So the concept behind this is that one large language model will not be useful. There should be multiple specialized models that will be needed and that can be useful for various sectors as AI grows. But are they platforms available today for that? Not many. Maybe Hugging Face, Kaggle and all that, but they are not monetizable, right? They don't provide a solution where people can get rewarded for that. So OpenLedger idea is to enable that to be monetizable, enable people to use our platform to get paid for the models that they build, and use OpenLedger as a collaborative platform to collect data and build models with that. And as these models get built, reward the data contributors. So it is specialized for AI. It's purpose built for AI, which can enable people to collect data on that, track it on chain, build a model using the data set, have the model versioning on chain, and then have the model's inference. Every time the model throws out an output and inference, on that inference we figure out which data contributed for that inference to happen, and we use that to reward back the data contributors. So we collect data from users. It could be general public, it could be a company that provide data sets for a model to be built, a specialized model, and then model builders use a larger language model, add additional data set to that model, make it customized, and then launch these AI models in our platform and have users or agents pay for these models, use them, and as these models make revenue, on that output of the model, every time a model throws out an output, on that inference, we figure out which data contributed for that, and then we use that to reward back to the data contributor. We want to make sure the data provider gets rewarded and they're being part of the overall AI development, which most of the traditional AI companies do not provide, right? You've seen that there's a lot of lawsuits behind various firms out there who've collected data sets, who've scraped data sets, but never rewarded the contributors. In a specialized model, data is the most important aspect. The knowledge is very much needed. We want to make sure that they're getting rewarded as part of the process. So as these model gets used, as they get paid, based on the revenue that is made, it is shared back to the data contributors as well. So OpenLedger is specialized and purpose built for this one.
네, 좋습니다. 일단 세 번째 답변까지 잘 들었고요. 이제 벌써 네 번째 질문입니다. 절반 정도 왔는데, 자, 저희가 이제 오픈레저 팀을 만나기 전에 홈페이지를 조금 살펴보다 보니까 Payable AI라는 좀 되게 낯설은 단어가 있더라고요. 혹시 이것에 대해서 무엇인지 좀 궁금합니다.
Yeah, so happy to explain. Yeah, so as I was explaining as part of the process, right? We spoke about data contribution, model development, and then as the model gets paid in revenue, there is a revenue share with the data contributors. So this concept, not many people have experimented that, not many people have done that. So we've named it Payable AI, AI that pays you, basically, right? We want to make sure that we can encourage general public, anyone across the globe, participate in our community, participate in our ecosystem, provide data sets for models that are being built on top of OpenLedger. It could be an average human being who has a knowledge, let's say about a general knowledge about a particular topic, or an expert who has a knowledge about, let's say, legal, or an expert who has a knowledge about a programming language like Solidity. They could go ahead and contribute data sets on us. They could basically provide knowledge to these models, and as they provide these knowledge, as they provide these data sets, we want to make sure that they are getting rewarded for that. That's why we call it Payable AI, AI that pays you as it gets used.
네, 좋습니다. 네, 답변 잘 들었고요. 자, 그리고 다섯 번째 질문입니다. 이건 사실 저희 구독자분들도 많이 궁금해하셨던 질문인데요. 일단 현재 오픈레저 팀은 테스트넷을 운영하고 있습니다. 자, 그렇다면 이 테스트넷이 무엇인지, 그리고 유저들이 이 테스트넷에 참여했을 때 어떠한 보상들이 있는지 물어보겠습니다.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so our testnet is currently out. We are in phase 2 of our testnet. The phase 1 was people collecting and being part of the network to contribute data sets. So basically they can run a node which will enable them to provide data sets as part of the process. Basically, we use their internet bandwidth to collect data sets across the globe. As phase 2, we would let the users not only provide their bandwidth for the node, they can also actually provide data sets, like basically answer questions, probably share some documentations and stuff like that based on the questions that is asked. This is a testnet where you can participate by providing knowledge. We would ask questions about, let's say, Solidity as a programming language. It's based on the models that are there, right? We are asking questions about languages like Korean language or other languages as well. There are various indigenous languages that are spoken across the globe where people want to build models on that. There are questions around that as well. There are also more questions around human-based data sets, which anyone who has an access to internet can actually research about and answer as well. So this testnet is to showcase that people can participate in a network and contribute data and get rewarded for that. We want to make sure the product is tested out as part of this. So we are in epoch 2 of our testnet right now, where along with running the node, you could also contribute data and get rewarded for that. So that's the testnet, and we would love to have the Korean community here participate on that as well. We will have exciting rewards that will be coming out soon.
네, 좋습니다. 이제 여러분들이 궁금해하셨던 만큼 조금 도움이 되는 답변이었으면 좋겠고요. 자, 그렇다면 오픈레저 팀의 또 백허가 굉장히 단단합니다. VC 자랑 한번 해주시죠.
Yeah, so fortunately we are funded by very good backers in the space. Our round was led by Polychain Capital, and we have a few other investors as well, like Borderless Capital, Hashkey, Hash3, and many more as well. We have very good angels, fellow founders in the space who are supporting us. We have Sriram Kannan from Eigenlayer, who's one of our angel, Balaji Srinivasan, we have Sandeep, we have Kenny from Manta, and many more investors, angels that are part of our cap table. We're happy to be backed by them. We've raised about $11.2 million till now. We had a very successful echo round as well, which we've not announced about yet. You guys will be the first ones to know about it. So we raised quite back around January actually, and it was a very successful raise. We raised about 2 million under 30 seconds, one of the fastest raises in Echo. So overall, we've raised about $11.2 million till now, and we're glad to be backed by the top venture capitalists in the space.
와, 너무 대단합니다. 사실 저도 많이 성장해서 이렇게 투자를 받고 프로젝트도 하나 운영해보고 싶은 마음이 있는데 좀 많이 배웠으면 좋겠습니다. 자, 그럼 7번째 질문입니다. 좀 흥미로운 파트너십이 많이 있더라고요. 그럼 뭐 파트너십에 대해서 또 한번 자랑해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
Yeah, so this is a very interesting question. That really excites me. There are a lot of people who are building on us. We have a community of model builders who are building on us. We also have enterprises that we are partnering as well. On the community model builders that are building on us, we have a team which is an ex-Google DeepMind. He's a good friend. He's also based out of San Francisco. That's where I'm also from as well. So I've been there over the last 1.5 years because of AI space. Before that, I've been all across the globe, right? But being in SF really gets you access to a lot of AI developers, especially this particular gentleman who's building on us. He's part of Google, and he's also has been part of Yahoo and Apple as well. Interestingly, the founder of the founder of Perplexity, Arvind Srivasan, he was a person who was getting advice from this gentleman who's building on us. His name is Krishna Srinivasan, and he's building a model on us, which is basically trained on internet data, which is where the Epoch 1 was very useful, because we could go ahead and access internet data based on the bandwidth that was contributed by the node operators, the Testnet node operators. And he's building an internet-based model, which is a verticalized model around various topics like sports, finance, and many more as well, which can be used by other models, right? Other models, the AI model that are being built, they will use this as a data availability layer. And apart from that, we have a lot of people who are building on us. We have a team which is building a solidity model. We have a team which is building for the Move ecosystem a model around that, which can power basically co-pilots, audit agents. We have a team which is building a mental health model, and a couple more as well. The mental health model is being built by a bunch of doctors on us. So it's a very interesting time to be in, because all of these are very exciting, specialized, hyper-focused models that are being built on us currently. Some of them have started showing benchmark tests that are much better than ChatGPT and other traditional large language models that are there. Apart from this, we have an enterprise aspect to OpenLedger as well. We're working with a lot of enterprise Web3 and traditional players also. We'll be launching a model with Kaito. We're looking to partner with them, and we're looking to partner with other blockchains in the space and build models along with Kaito as well. We're also partnering with Dubai Tax Authority. We're building a model for them. We've also been going to be partnering with a couple of other enterprises that we've worked before. So that's another interesting aspect that we would love to share. Soon more of that will be announced as well.
네, 너무 훌륭한 파트너십을 보유하고 있고 좋은 계획들을 가지고 있는 것 같습니다. 자, 그럼 드디어 마지막 질문입니다. 최근에 제가 비드 이더리움 행사에서도 오픈렌저 팀의 모한을 만나보기도 했었는데요. 좀 이야기해보니까 한국에 대해서 굉장한 관심을 가지고 있더라고요. 혹시 파운더 입장으로서 한국 커뮤니티를 위해 계획한 것들이 무엇이 있는지 궁금합니다.
Absolutely. I think the Korean community has been very encouraging. We love the enthusiasm that is there. We want to make sure that we have special accesses in our testnet that can be accessed by the Korean community. We would love to continue coming over here often. Even though it's a long flight from US, it's worth it. I want to make sure that we also partner with some enterprises based out of Korea. We are in conversations with some exciting partners over here. Soon that will be announced as well. So Korea is the huge market that we are looking at as well.
네, 감사합니다. 네, 좀 한국을 위해서 좀 좋은 프로젝트가 되었으면 좋겠습니다. 오늘 일단 준비된 질문은 여기까지고요. 혹시나 오픈렛저 팀에서 더 궁금하신 부분이 있으신 분들은 텔레그램이나 아니면 오픈렛저 X에 들어가셔서 계속 팔로우 해보시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 자, 그럼 이것으로 오늘 마치겠습니다. 감사합니다. 네, Thank you.
Thank you. 감사합니다. Thank you.